Voice.
Hi, my name's Ted Denny. I'm the lead designer and CEO at Synergistic Research, and you're visiting us at the, is this the Lone Star? Southwest Audio Fest in Dallas, Texas. And I'm going to demonstrate for you my new Voodoo streamer server. But before I do, I'm going to back up for a moment. Harry Pearson famously said, if you want to enjoy digital, don't listen to analog, okay? And at my factory, what we've always heard, we love digital when that's all we listen to, but when we do a quick A/B comparison, digital versus our $100,000 analog turntable rig, the analog sounds bigger, more dimensional, more spacious. The soundstage breathes, and it lacks a high frequency artifact that is prevalent in digital. And for years, we assumed that that was inherent to the digital format, that somehow converting from an analog waveform to ones and zeros back to an analog waveform was compressing the sound and creating high frequency artifacts. About 5 years ago, I thought, it can't be that the issue is with DACs. They've been working on DACs for 3 decades now, and they're very, very good D-Day converters. So I thought, what links in the digital chain are being ignored or taken for granted? So the first thing we did was we looked at an Ethernet switch. We applied our technology, the power cell, electromagnetic cell, for which I have a patent. I got the broadest interpretation of the patent because no one had ever thought of it before. So we applied that to a Ethernet switch, and we applied our ULF, or ultra low frequency technology that's found in the FEQ carbon and the power cell line conditioners. And we worked that into a Ethernet switch, including our own in-house power supply. And when we put that in the digital chain, the noise floor dropped, and we got an expansion in the sound field, and we lost some high frequency artifacts. But we were still short of the best analog playback on LP and tape. So then we looked at the router. Did the exact same thing we did to the switch to a router. And noise floor dropped further, soundstage got bigger, and we lost more high frequency artifacts, but it still was not the equal of our best analog. So then we thought, we got all this technology. We got the power supply technology. We've adapted our electromagnetic cell and ULF technology to 2 digital components. We can now work this into a router, a streamer server. And so we set out to build the best streamer server we could. We listened to multiple motherboards and double blind testing, different CPUs, different RAM chips, different power supply configurations, until we built the best the best computer we could for getting the digits from streaming or from a hard drive to the DAC, okay? And then we worked in our power supply technology, ULF technology, power cell technology, and that makes the Voodoo streamer server. And you can turn off the electromagnetic cell and ULF conditioning in the Voodoo streamer server. And I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like first on, then off, and I'm going to explain to you what that difference is. And remember what I said. The big difference between analog and digital is that digital sounds compressed compared to the best analog. Listen to what happens when the Voodoo streamer server is functioning at full tilt, and what happens when we turn off the active Synergistic Research technology inside, and then I'll turn it back on. So I think the song we just had was pretty good, so we'll use it.
I see trains of green.
Okay, now I'm going to turn off what it is that makes the Voodoo streamer server uniquely Synergistic Research. Listen to the sound now. We're going to take it from the top.
I see trains of green.
Okay, now I'm going to turn on the active electromagnetic cells in the Voodoo streamer server. We're using one as the root endpoint, the other as the server. Listen. Same thing, different track. So did you hear the soundstage expand and collapse? What we've associated to be a component of digital playback, namely something inherent to the digital process, is not. It's not in the format. It is a byproduct of the high frequencies that CPU and RAM chips operate, creating a distortion that imparts itself to the music. When we turn on the active electromagnetic cells in the Voodoo streamer server, we get rid of that high frequency noise. And now in our reference system, our digital front end outperforms our analog front ends, both tape and LP. And that was streaming on Cobuzz, by the way. Even better if we're playing from a NAS drive.
I see trains of green. I see trains of green.